So to start, we'll be ruling a line just to indicate the starting point. So I'll just rule a straight line to indicate that. Then I'll be marking my vertical measurement. So I'll be marking my bust point, which is 9 inches. And I'll mark it on the other side too. I'll also mark my under bust measurement, which is 11.5. Then I'll be marking my half length measurement, which is my shoulder to waist, and it's 15 inches. So I'll be doing that too. And then I'll take the ruler and mark a straight line across it. Then across the under bust line and across the waistline. So I'll just go ahead to label the line. That's the under bust and the half length. And I'll be getting our neck measurement. Together I'll be using the basic neck measurement, which is 3 inches by 3 inches. Then we'll take our curve rule and position in such a way that it will take all the points. And then curve it just like I am doing. Then we'll be taking our shoulder measurement. So our shoulder divided by 2. Your shoulder measure divided by 2. Mine is 13.5. So that is what it is. So at that point, I'll come down by 1 inch. Then I'll mark it to the shoulder line. Then from that shoulder line, you'll be locating our armhole depth. So how do we get that? Your bust measurement divided by 6 plus 1.5. So I already divide my bust measurement by 6 and added 1.5. So that's what it gives me. Then I'll be marking a line across it, and that will be my chest line. Then I'll draw a straight line to meet the chest line. So that's the armhole depth. And then I'm going to locate the middle of the armhole depth. So that's the middle. And then from that middle, I'm going to come in by 3/4 of an inch, that is half and quarter. That's the major difference between the first method and this method. The first method I came in by half of an inch, but this one, half and 3/4. But before we place our curve rule, let's get our bust measurement. So how do you do that? Your bust measurement is divided by 4, and then you mark it. So mine is 34. I divide it by 4, and it gives me 8.5. So I'm marking it there. And then I'll place my curve rule to connect the points together and mark the armhole. So now we'll be getting our dart line. Together I'll be using our bust span. So your bust span divided by 2. My bust span is 6, so I'll be dividing by 2, and that will give me 3 inches. So I'm marking 3 inches on the waistline and also on the bust point line. Then I'll draw a straight line across it. Then on the waistline, I'll be taking half of an inch on both sides for the dart. Then I'm going to connect it to the bust point, but it's going to stop an inch before the bust point. So I'll go ahead to mark a straight line to join the points. So then we'll be taking our horizontal measurements. We already know our bust measurement, so we'll be taking the under bust. So the under bust measurement divided by 4. Mine is 27, so I've divided by 4, and that's what it gives me. And then I'm going to mark that allowance, the dart allowance, the space for the dart. I'm going to measure it, which is half of an inch, and I'm going to place it there. Then for the waist too, your waist measurement divided by 4. My waist measurement is 26. I already divided it by 4. Give me 6.5, and that's what I'm marking. Then I'm going to measure the allowance for the dart. It's 1 inch, so I'm placing it there. Then I'm going to get my curve rule to join it together to connect the points, just like I am doing. Then now we'll be taking a side dart. To do that, you're going to measure your shoulder to waist measurement, that is half length for the front and the back separately. They are not the same. The front is usually longer than the back. For me, mine is 15 for the front and the back is 14, so there is a difference of 1 inch. So yours could be 1 to 2 inches, usually like that. So mine is 1 inch, so I'm just going to take that 1 inch below the bust point. and I'm going to stop it an inch before the bust span line. And so I'm just going to indicate cancel that, just to show that that's it. Then you can also take your shoulder, that measurement at the shoulder. To do that, just locate the middle point of the shoulder. Then you take your ruler and connect it to the bust span line. So you can decide to use any of the darts, either the side dart or the shoulder dart. So I'm going to draw a straight line to be able to draw my back pattern. And so I'll just extend the horizontal lines. So I'll be extending the chest line to the bust point and the under bust line. Then I'll draw a straight line across the lines. Then for the half length, I will not be using the half length for the front. Remember that the front half length is 15 and my back half length is 14. So I'll be measuring 14 at the back, indicating that. Then marking it on the other side. So then I'll draw a straight line across it. So that will be our new half length. So now I'll be putting the zip allowance. I like to put zip allowance on my pattern paper. So I'll be marking 1 inch for the zip allowance. And then I'll take my cover and mark a straight line to indicate the zip allowance. And then we'll be taking the neck measurement. This one will be using 3 by 1 inch for the back. So I'll take my curve rule and mark it just like you see me do. And then we'll be taking a shoulder measurement. So your shoulder divided by 2. Mine is 13.5 divided by 2. And that's what it gives me. And I'll come down by 1 inch on the shoulder point. And then draw it to make the neckline. Then I'll take my ruler and draw a straight line to the chest line. And that's my armhole depth. And at the armhole depth, I'm going to locate the middle point. And at the middle point, I'm going to come in by half of an inch. Remember that the front part, we came in by 1/2 quarter, that is 3/4 of an inch. So we'll be measuring the bust measurement. The bust measurement divided by 4. Mine is 34 divided by 4 is giving me 8.5. So I'll just mark it there. And then I'll place my curve rule to connect the point, just like you see me do. Then we'll be locating our darts. To do that, we'll still be using our bust span measurement, that is nipple to nipple measurement. So we'll divide it by 2. My bust span is 6, divided by 2, that's 3. So I'll mark it on the waistline and on the chest line. And then I'll connect it with a ruler. Then on both sides of the waistline, I'm going to take half of an inch on both sides. Then I'll stop it an inch before the chest line. So I'll use my ruler and mark a straight line to join the points. And so we already get the bust measurement. So we'll be taking the under bust measurement. So your under bust measurement divided by 4. So mine is 27 divided by 4. So that's what it gives me, and I'm going to mark it. And then I'm going to measure the dart allowance and then place it back. Then also the waist measurement. So I'm going to divide my waist measurement by 4. My waist measurement is 26 divided by 4 is 6.5. So I'm going to mark it. And then the allowance, the dart allowance, so is 1 inch. I'm going to place it back. Then I'll take my curve rule to mark it, to connect it. So this is the front and back pattern. Then wait, I'll show you the end result. So for this front pattern, there's something I need to do at the side. So by the time I close the dart, the side dart, there's going to be a space. The line is not really going to connect. There'll be like some space. So I'll just use my pencil to correct it such that it will rhyme by the time I close the side dart. So I'm just going to use my pencil and do that. I'm also going to show you with the marker so that it can be very visible. So now I'm going to go ahead and use my marker to indicate it so that you can see it. I'm going to close the dart and place it together with the front and the back so you see that it actually rhymes. So after cutting, I'll do that. So I'll be closing the dart and using a tape to tape it down. Then I'll place it on the back pattern so you can see that it's actually equal and the side actually rhyme. So don't forget to like this video, comment and subscribe to this channel. And I'll also be expecting you in my next video. I'll be uploading how to draft a basic sleeve pattern. I would want you to also see this video. Thank you for watching this channel. See you in my next video.